Welcome back. Listening to Inside the Great Outdoors, Sunday morning, getting bright out. I'm starting to see a little color here, but not like at home. So you're right, it's maybe more color east than west.
Yeah, I think so. I don't have much
And
color
for
except those two trees in my backyard.
Yeah, just for now, but I mean, it'll all be there. Just hopefully we'll have a year where it'll last a little longer than, because it seems like it lasts a couple, 3 days, and then we get the weather and knocks it off and whatever.
I'm not looking at the long-term forecast. I don't want to jinx anything with the Crappie Expo and the tournament.
Well, they were talking that warm temperatures through the 29th.
Good.
Which is good.
If it's like this next weekend, it's going to be a very interesting day.
Oh, yeah.
Tournament.
Yeah. Well, it ends on Saturday, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, it's Sunday.
Huh?
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Starts the 24th,
yes.
Thursday. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
But the director, Dan Elko, called in a couple weeks ago. He posted the seminar schedule. Guess who's doing seminars?
You.
Some peg-legged guy with drop-dead good looks.
Oh, God. No, that ain't you.
And fashion sense.
Yeah, right.
That's going to be my topic.
Fatty sense.
Dressing to catch crappies. No,
you have a parrot?
It's actually, yeah, I got I got a puppet. It's a ventriloquist show.
Are you doing seminar?
I'm going to get one of those little old man dummies and name it Joe. He could sit on my lap and interrupt me all the time.
Are you doing seminar?
Yes.
Oh, when?
I'm getting to that.
Oh.
I got to give the other folks
credit
first.
Oh, I thought you were done.
No, there's
okay.
four seminars a day here.
Okay.
And starting at 6:45, you have Scott Brower, who's a really good a good stick, as they say. And he's with Mackey Plastics. So
what was that?
They are Mackey Plastics.
Never heard of.
And I started using those years ago with Clam when I'm doing ice fishing with plastics.
Okay.
And they are amazing.
Really?
And really good ice fishing lures.
Where is he
from? You can tip anything. He's from up in Wisconsin, I think, or Minnesota.
Okay.
Minnesota.
Okay.
And then someone from Sonar Shield, one of the vendors that's going to be there.
What's that?
It's something to put over your transducer to protect it if you're fishing a lot of weeds or heavy cover like wood and things like that.
Yeah.
And you don't want your transducer to get knocked off your boat or damaged or anything like that.
Okay.
So they're going to be talking about protecting your investment in your electronics and protecting your transducers. Thomas Blauvelt with Arms Fishing is going to be giving product reviews on some stuff. I don't know what, it doesn't say.
Oh.
But it'll be there.
Okay.
And then it says, Inside the Great Outdoors, yours truly, Carl Bachtel, Ohio Crappie Fishing. So we're going to go over some crappie info for
when is your seminar?
It is at 7:15, so I'm bringing up the rear on Wednesday, I think.
No, it's Wednesday.
No, Saturday. I'm losing it, man.
Jeez,
I'm telling you, it's the drugs talking.
Okay, so Saturday.
So that's Thursday.
Make it up.
What day is the 24th? That's
Thursday.
Friday.
Thursday.
Okay, so it's 24th and 25th. Those are the seminar days.
Thursday and Friday.
Thursday and Friday. That's Thursday. I'll post it on the Facebook page, number one. And
so it looks like most of the stuff is happening between 5 and 8 o'clock.
Yeah, in the evenings after the guys have come in and weighed in.
Okay.
Just so all the women know.
Yeah.
You're all your fans.
So it's not a date.
They didn't put your kissing booth up, Joe.
I'll have to talk to them about it.
You could get the Kodiak color pen that will make any sheephead look like a crappie. But
you need that. I got another pen that makes your dinks grow in double and triple in size.
Okay.
That's the one you need.
And then Friday.
Okay.
I am first on the list at 6:15 p.m. Ohio crappie. Scott with Mackey Plastics is next at 6:45, and Panfish Tactics, soft plastics. This would be a good seminar to go to. If anybody is interested in tournament fishing for crappies, this gentleman he's an Ohio angler. He's a really good guy. I've seen him on YouTube and stuff. His name's Matt Tuttle.
Okay.
And he's doing a seminar on tournament fishing at 7:15 on the 25th, which is Friday. And then they have a gentleman from, Jamie Perez from Lifetime Lithium Batteries. And he's going to talk about lithium batteries and how to set them up and what to get and what you need and what you don't need. So he'll set you straight on your battery setup. And
I see where the lithium batteries getting salt water on them catch fire. So they're worried about cars from the hurricane, with lithium battery and salt water. Fresh water, I guess it's okay, but salt water and lithium batteries is a big no-no. So, but anyways, go ahead.
Well, it looks like it's a nice, well-rounded selection of different seminars with different things. And there'll be people at all these booths, too, that you can go ask questions to if you have anything specific about getting started or taking that next step into joining a club or tournament fishing or where different lakes or bodies of water you might want to try.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
and it's free.
And it's free. That's the best thing.
Wow.
And
even parking. Free parking, free to get in, free to ask questions. So it's basically evening.
Yeah.
Evening, whatever.
The place
you can work all
we'll
day
be there
and go there
noon
in
to
the
8.
evening.
Yeah.
Noon to 8 it'll be open, but all the seminars are in the evening. They're not going to have a seminar at 12:30 in the afternoon on the Thursday when nobody's there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, that's smart.
They'll wait till Thursday evening when I'm there, and then nobody will be there. Hey, who's that guy?
I'm saving my thoughts.
Yeah, I knew you were going to. Look at him. He's just like chomping at the bit.
Yeah. I gotta
hang that little piece of red meat right in front of Joe's. But yeah, it's I'm excited about it. It's going to be fun. I am going to work tomorrow to figure out what's going on with the leg thing and everything else.
You are going into work?
Just to see what's, what I have to do, if I have to go on short term
for
a little while, for a couple weeks or what.
Yeah.
So, but I'm supposed to be off this week anyway.
Okay.
I took it as a vacation week way back when I first heard about this expo coming.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but I really like crappie fishing.
Really?
So you do?
That's surprising.
I'm sort of excited about it.
Yeah, I thought your favorite thing was just catching them little dink bluegills. His eyes just glow when he gets.
Do you like to eat crappie?
Oh yeah.
Does it show? I can fight with the best of them, buddy boy.
I knew that was coming, buddy boy. Mm-hmm.
No, we're glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too.
Oh yeah, we were.
They
really...
are a fun fish, And the thing is, anybody can catch crappie.
Exactly, anybody, even Carl. And if he could catch him, anybody can catch him.
Oh yeah.
You can go cane pole it for crappie, really.
Yeah.
When I showed up yesterday, everybody was like, "Uh-oh, just give him the money now."
Yeah, right. You notice it wasn't first place.
You think I'm joking, man? These people think they call me the legend. Joe.
So how much? Yeah, right.
But you don't bet against Carl.
Yeah.
The best thing about it, this is $10 and we all throw $10 in a hat and that's it. And nobody's, angry or trying to mess people up or
it's
anything
friendly,
with a bad feeling.
Friendly tournament.
We had so much fun.
Friendly tournament. That's good.
Especially showing up in my condition with my leg. And,
I'm
not the steadiest on my feet, but the docks there were covered with ice.
Ooh.
Frost. So they were really slick.
Ooh.
And they helped me carry my stuff down to the lake and made sure I was safe and all this other stuff.
Did they walk you out too?
Shelby's and what the heck? I can't remember his name. But they were very helpful and helped me get my stuff out there where I could set it up and just sit. And I just stayed in one spot all day.
Bigger was the first place? How much bigger than yours? Close.
Inch and a half.
Was it by length?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, young man named Colton Griffith.
It was an inch bigger?
Mm-hmm.
So he was 7 inches.
No. His was 12 1/4.
Ooh.
He might have beat me by 1 1/4 inches. So.
Yeah.
I think his was 12 1/2.
So there was quite a few people.
Oh, yeah. 49 people showed up to fish, which was awesome. And we all had fun. And,
did everybody catch fish?
There were guys 3 and 4 docks away. We were just picking at each other, like, incessantly.
Yeah.
There was a guy, his name's Scott, and he's there fishing with his son, and they're going back. What are you doing? What? Don't do that. Do it like this. Why are you throwing that? You messed up my rod. And all he was doing, I said, man, you sound like a couple old women over there.
Who was he? Who was he talking to?
He was talking to his son, and everybody was laughing. And he said, "Did you hear what?" Because they don't expect me to say these things. I'm sort of a quiet fisherman, but I let loose a little bit yesterday. It was fun.
Good. Okay. Well, we'll take a break because we're going to talk about food. Good cook Keogh's on the line waiting patiently. So we'll take a short break and be back.
Hey, it's time to fill your freezer. Stop by and see Dion's Meats at one of their 2 locations. They're located at the West Side Market, or you can go to the corner of Pleasant Valley Road and York in beautiful downtown Parma. Dion's offers a wide variety of fresh local pork, beef, poultry, and deli meats. They also feature a select line of fresh veal and lamb products. Here at Dion's, our mission is to provide only the best quality of products, selection, and service. In business for over 10 years, Dion strives for customer satisfaction, 100% quality guarantee. We have local products delivered to us fresh every day. With over 28 varieties of fresh sausage, we have something for everyone. Don't know what's for dinner? Let us help you decide with our specialty line of oven-ready products. Dion's prepares everything on-site with fresh, natural ingredients. Dion's Meats, Westside Market, and in Parma.
Do you enjoy a good story about hunting or fishing? Then you need to get your hands on Tales from the Trails, the real-life adventures of Castaway Coulis. Take a journey around the world with Joe as he recounts some of his best hunting and fishing trips, from Africa to Alaska, from behind the Iron Curtain to Australia. You can share in his memories through the book, complete with pictures to take you on the journey. It's a trip back in time looking through the eyes of an outdoors legend. Order your copy today on Amazon or at Castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.com.
Whether you're a novice or a well-seasoned angler, if you want that extra edge in catching more fish, you want one of the many species of Kodiak scent. Made from real bait fish, Kodiak fishing scents are made from pure freeze-dried bait. Freeze-drying enhances the scent considerably, making it the most potent fishing scent available to the fishermen today. It comes in many flavors, including shad, crayfish, salmon egg, and the most popular, minnow. Add the paste to your lures, it really sticks. And when a fish hits, it doesn't let go. And if you use tube jigs, try the tube injector. This handy syringe is made especially to be inserted into a tube jig. Kodiak fishing scents are now available online at Castaway.com. That's Castaway with a K.com. If you want to catch fish, you want Kodiak from Coulis.
This segment is brought to you by Great Lakes Outdoor Supply, the only place that has all of your outdoor needs.
Until 6 a.m. Breaking up the dimes and quarters, slinging eggs and ham, scrambled poached or over easy, coffee black and strong, jukebox of scratchy records, I play 'em all night long. Eternal blue neon, we never close when the world is asleep. Darling, come take a seat, you can always eat at Joe's.
Eat at Joe's. Yabba dabba doo.
How's it going there, Keo?
Going fine, going fine. Boy, it was a late night last night. And
Oh, boy, you ain't kidding. God.
Wasn't for me.
Oh, that was like, man, what was it, past 11:30? Oh, man, and then for it to end like that, it's like, oh, jeez.
I was hopeful.
Yeah, I know.
I was flipping channels, and I saw they were up 2-0 or 3-0 or whatever.
2-0.
I was
I
hoping.
think Dory and I hit on the formula for keeping up with the ball game. We put it on the radio, and then we had one of those 1,000-piece puzzles that we were working on the dining room table.
Yeah.
So you were listening to the game, but you kind of had something to fidget with while you were, had all that nervous energy,
anxiety. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That was terrible.
Anyway.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Carl, great to have you back up and around. Gee,
Yep.
that was quite the trip yesterday. Yeah,
It's something else, man. But yesterday was great.
See, you had the two extremes, terrible to great, within a week.
This stretch of weather for that too. I mean, the colors are at their peak. You got those bluebird skies. You got the balmy temperatures, and the cold mornings is great.
The skies are what really make it.
And multiple species of fish are biting well.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking about food, though, let's talk a little bit about waterfowl.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually have a broader purpose for bringing this up.
Okay.
But and the reason I say that is I remember watching an Anthony Bourdain program years ago, and he would go out. He had, I guess, a number of different programs, and I can't remember which particular one this was, but he would go out across the country and across the world, really, and investigate different kinds of cooking and regional differences and things like that. I know it was an interesting program, but he was down in Louisiana, and he spent a few days at a duck camp down there. And if people don't know, Louisiana is a great waterfowling state. If you're a duck hunter, there's some camps down there that take it very, very seriously. And he was interviewing one of the members of the duck camp in the actual camp lodge type building they had there, and had a fully appointed kitchen. And he says, "So, which way do you all prefer to prepare your duck.
I remember that.
I remember this one
Yeah.
too.
And the guy,
They don't eat 'em.
the guy looked at me and says, well, we don't eat ducks. And I'm paraphrasing because it's been a while, but he just kind of stared at him and he says, "Wait, what? You don't eat ducks? You hunt ducks, but you don't eat them?" He says, "No, we don't like them."
Yeah.
I thought, oh my God. He said, "I'll tell you what. You bring me some ducks and I'll fix them, and you tell me whether or not you still don't like them." And what they were doing was just, cooking the heck out of the duck, and they ended up with more of a livery type product.
Yeah, that's what all the guys said. They said they're dry and they taste like
That's
liver.
what I always felt like that.
That's
I
right.
would shoot them and I didn't like them
right.
until I had them goods, and I thought, whoa. Yeah.
So if you don't know, the best way to prepare not just a duck, but your Canada gooses, I've done it this way with them as well.
Yeah.
You just take the breast right off the body.
Right.
Now, don't throw away the rest of the bird. The legs and the thighs could be braised for hours at a kind of low and slow, and kind of similar to what they would call a confit. But that's really the best way to cook the legs and thighs, because like any wild bird, that's what they use. They move around. They're not like a domestic bird. They work, they kind of work for a living. But you take the breast off. You pluck it. You take the breast off, leaving the skin on, and there should be a nice layer of fat underneath the skin. You score the flesh, kind of like in a diamond pattern, and then put it in a really hot pan, skin side down, and let that fat begin to do its work. It'll crisp up the skin, and it'll the fat will begin to fill the bottom of the pan, and after, I don't know, of course, depending on the size of the breast, you're going to want to keep an eye on it, because you don't want to overcook it. You want unlike a chicken, you want the meat nice and rosy on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Not bloody, but it should be running clear liquid when you cut it, but you want that meat to be rosy pink. And then once the skin has rendered a lot of the fat, and you got that duck fat in the bottom of the pan, then you flip the fillet over and then cook it through the other side, and it shouldn't take you very long at all. With your average size duck. Now with a goose, it's certainly going to take longer, but that is far and away the best way to prepare any kind of waterfowl like that. But it prompted me to think of a larger question when I was thinking about that Bourdain program. People hunt for a number of different reasons, and they kind of fall into maybe three categories, or somewhere in that range. No one's a carbon copy of anyone else, but you have people that hunt primarily as a means to pursue a trophy animal, which is a big, whether it be a big fish or a big buck or something like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just their motivation for hunting. I fall into kind of the meat category. My primary purpose for hunting is meat, although I'm not certainly averse to taking a trip like I'm going to do next week. I'm going to head to South Dakota and spend 3 days hunting pheasant. So I can't really say that that's a primary purpose to secure meat, because if I were to calculate the cost per pound,
yeah,
yep, it's going to be. But that's not the purpose of my going on this particular hunt.
It's the experience.
The hunt is the experience, and the camaraderie. I'm going to meet with a bunch of friends out there, and and we're just going to have a great time. And it looks like the weather's going to be really nice, and we're going to be hunting over really good dogs. And
it's something just walking in a field like that. The anticipation of something scaring you to death when it takes off, but just the surroundings, the weather, like you say, the camaraderie, but the experience is just, you can't put words.
There's something about South Dakota is just neat anyway.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, yeah.
To those that don't understand it.
South Aberdeen.
Yeah. To those that don't understand it, explanation is impossible. For those that do, no explanation is necessary.
There you go.
That's right. And I'm going to, they're very, very well put, Joe.
Thank you.
And I'm actually going to.
You come up with a good one every now and again.
Good.
That's right. At least for half a day, I'm going to bring an old flintlock fowler that I picked up a number of years ago.
Oh, wow.
It's actually it's a genuine fowling piece, a trade gun that I picked up that's probably about 230 years old.
Oh, my.
So, it's a Thomas Ketland trade gun that's actually a little bit nicer than your typical trade gun. It's got some brass furniture on it and things like that. But it's isolated. It's a 20 gauge or 62 caliber. But it has an amazing fast lock time for a flintlock. You know, if you've never shot a flintlock, the lock time is between the time you pull the trigger and the projectile leaves the barrel.
Yeah.
Joe could show you how to use that gun.
But
that was his fourth gun behind his first one. His first one was an Addle. And then he went on to a.
But I got pheasants with it. I got
pheasants
with the Addle.
And then it was the crossbow. He got all into that new technology. And then the 270-year-old fowler.
So when do you leave?
Tuesday.
Good. We'll have a very safe trip.
Have a fun time, Joe.
Yeah, have a good time. Yeah, I'm sure you will, and get us some pictures.
Oh yeah. I plan on, yes.
Good. All right. We'll talk to you a little bit with some good news.
Okie doke.
All right. Talk to you. And that, we're going to take a short break, and we will return.
Hi, my name is Nick Skiriotis. I am asking you to vote no on Issue 1. The left-wing liberals that are pushing Issue 1 want to turn Ohio into a one-party state where only left-wing liberals will get elected. Under Issue 1, the bureaucrats who draw the maps will be selected by retired politicians who would be legally permitted to handpick their friends and political allies. Issue 1 will severely restrict Ohio citizens from going to any court to stop the maps from violating their rights. Issue 1 is also funded with more than $25 million from out-of-state and foreign special interest groups who are running misleading commercials. If Issue 1 passes, it will destroy Ohio, both financially and morally. If you care about Ohio, I'm asking you to vote no on Issue 1, paid for by Nick Skiriotis, a concerned citizen.
Hey, so question for you. Have you ever been through a Cleveland winter before? The harsh weather is on the way, and if you've got a leaky roof right now, or if you've got shingle issues, you need to take care of those, and you need to call Sky Roofing right now. If you've had leaks repaired in the past, maybe by a company that isn't around anymore, Don't go with the fly-by-night storm chaser companies. Go with a company that's been here for a very long time and is going to be here for a very long time to come. Talking about Sky Roofing, taking care of homes and buildings in Greater Cleveland just like yours for over 22 years. So if you've got leaks, if you've got shingle damage, you need to get those things taken care of. Or if it's time to replace that roof altogether, call Sky Roofing, 440-349-6750. And if you've got new construction and you need a roof put on a new building, you call Sky Roofing. Take advantage of great rates on 5 to 7 year financing, including 12 months, same as cash. Call now, 440-349-6750. Sky Roofing is roofing done right.
This segment is brought to you by Northfield Fireplace and Grill, located in awesome Northfield, Ohio. Where our motto is, it's easier to sell the truth.
Welcome back. This is Inside the Great Outdoors. Sun's coming up. It's going to be a nice blue sky day. Get out there to at least go take a walk, see the colors, or all different, or get fishing, or whatever, you know.
Yeah. A neat place to go is the Cleveland Lakefront Nature Preserve.
Oh.
Which is over the state park. There's a little nature center and everything. But rumor has it that they have spotted a few owls in there.
Snowy?
Some saw-whet owls.
Oh.
Those little tiny ones.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're still seeing lots of birds over there, different kinds of warblers and stuff. But it's a nice place because you can walk out and you're walking through a bunch of cottonwoods and stuff, and you'll see deer all over the place, which is nuts. And some of them are really big deer.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
But then you'll go out and along the outside and you'll see the lake, you'll see all the boats out and everything. And, then you come back around the front and, you're back into the woods and, neat stuff. So that's a good fall color place. And another one, where was I thinking? Oh, down at, in the border right between Akron and Cuyahoga Falls, the Gorge Metro Park. Right along the Cuyahoga River down there. It's where all the big cliffs and stuff are in the gorge. And remember the big waterfall, they're going to be taking that out soon. So if you want some good fall color pictures of that big 200-foot tall waterfall, now's the time to get down there and take a few pictures.
Oh.
That's
I saw some pictures of some big perch that you posted.
Oh, yeah. Brian Rabowski had said he was out in front of Cleveland there, and he sent back a picture, 12-inch, 13-inch perch.
Man, those are some healthy perch.
And I think they're, if they're catching them that big, all you need is 10. That's a lot.
Yeah. That's a lot of perch.
But they're going walleye fishing anyway, so after the perch, they go walleye fishing.
That's good.
And that was always fun to do when I fished with a couple different guys. I don't know if we did that.
Where are they picking the walleyes up now? Close, or are they going out far?
Closer.
Closer?
Yeah. They're 38 feet, something like that. They'll troll the break wall at night. They tend to move in a little bit at night, maybe out to 48. But they're in fairly close, so they don't need to go out far.
Yeah.
And keep your drag set, because you never know. Mr. Steelhead's out there, too.
Yeah, it's a great time of year.
My phone.
You and your phone.
Or he calls through the computer. I think he's trying to call the show.
Oh. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had any kind of decent perch fishing off Cleveland. Mm-hmm. We used to have fantastic,
Oh, from spring all the way through fall.
Oh, it used to be just
unbelievable.
Yep, really good. And, who knows why things happen, but
things happen.
As the way it is with most things, it's it's several factors that add up, and so you can't just blame one.
Yeah.
So at least that's the way I look at it.
Things run in cycles. It's a cyclic thing,
Well, the good thing or the encouraging thing is with the walleyes that there's a lot of little ones, and so this is going to last a while.
Yeah.
So that's, I'd say, probably the most important part of it. It's going to...
Hoping it just keeps getting better,
Yeah.
I'd be anxious to see something from out east, too, if there's any perching going on out there.
And Joe, you said the bait stores do have...
Shines has minnows.
Shines has minnows. Mike Fedorka has minnows down there.
So that's important.
Yeah.
So that's good, too. That's 55th down there.
And if you're heading out west, there's most of the shops out there have them, I do believe. So
good.
Yeah, it sounds like there's not a shortage of minnows, which there has been. So that's...
But still, if you, don't throw your old minnows away or the ones that die. Take them home, and you can either soak them in vodka to tough them up a little bit, or you can freeze dry them and salt them and use them, man. Use them when they're dead.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be live.
When there's no minnows around, and you have some shiners, you're going to be the one catching the fish.
They make some cures, some saltwater cures and stuff out there too that work pretty good. I don't know the names right off the top of my head, but they use them to salt eggs and things, and they work good for the minnows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're really lucky with what the fishery that we have in Lake Erie.
Oh, geez, it's
unreal. What is coming up is there's a lot of other stuff like crappie that people need to take advantage because. That's
what I always like about the Lake Erie crappie fishing. Everybody knows they're in there. And there's a whole group of people that are like, I'm only fishing for walleye, or I'm just going for perch, or I'm whatever. Okay, that's fine.
But
the people that fish for the crappies, they don't say a word.
Oh, yeah.
Because they want to keep it that way.
Yeah. The thing about it is you don't need a big boat.
No.
You're not going anywhere far.
There are, I'm telling you, I have sat up nights thinking, if I had my boat working, would I have gotten in this tournament? I probably would have.
What's the matter with the boat?
I got to put the transom in the back of it. But it's like I would go, there's like 2 or 3 places I would be like, yeah, that would be it. It's not out in the open lake. It's not even in Sandusky Bay. Because in this event, you can, as long as you check in at the site in the morning, like 4:30 a.m. out in Sandusky, when you do your boat checks and everything else, you can trailer to any ramp in Ohio. So if you wanted to go, say, to Geneva and fish the marina, you could do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
You just got to time it right to get back in time, but there are so many places. You could fish
the Vermilion
Edgewater.
River.
You could fish Vermilion. You could fish the Black River. You could fish Lorraine Harbor with all the docks and oh my God, there's so many places. You could go to Menor Lagoons, and I'm telling you right now, I don't want to give out any secrets. I don't think people know, but if it were me, I would have trailered to Menor Lagoons and sat. There are so many fish in that little spot.
Really?
That area. It's just unbelievable.
Huh.
And I probably wouldn't have to go that far. I could probably do pretty well out, some of the little cuts between East and West Harbor and the bay, there's some good spots in there too. So I know a lot of the guys, they're probably going to fish the Portage River, but there may be some locals that are in it that have a few spots.
Yeah.
And I know a few spots that some folks have told me about and friends of friends have told me about. And it's
West Harbor, East Harbor,
yep,
all those areas.
They're
all good.
You got all those docks, you got all the weeds, you got all of everything. You fish the holes in the weeds, fish the docks. And it's sort of a,
smorgasbord.
But it was like, what a challenge to narrow it down and figure it out on with so many different places and so many different ecosystems, or just, you could fish river systems, you could fish bays, you could fish, docks, you could fish rocks, you could find trees, I mean, it's just amazing. And whittling down through all of that would be so much fun. That's what that's my thing, is just figuring it out. And
you catch other stuff too, not just crappie.
These guys are going to get hammered by those giant Sandusky Bay catfish. And they're going to be screaming. And the big sheephead that get in there.
And the bass.
Yeah.
And the bluegill.
The bluegills.
The big bluegill.
And the perch. I mean, it's wacky. But.
And an occasional muskie and an occasional
northern pike.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's in every lake, and every lake's different, and every lake is if you haven't fished it or haven't, it's a challenge to figure out, but once you figure out, you always have something in your back pocket to fall back on. That's,
and this time of the year, there's not a lot of boat traffic. Most people have pulled their boats already,
Yeah. There's most of the people out on the lakes are fishermen or duck hunters.
Yeah.
And,
the big party boats.
That's a thing to remember too. A lot of these lakes, I know the Akron watershed lakes and Mosquito and Mogador and Nimisila and places, they do have duck blinds there, and people do hunt in the morning. So be respectful of the hunters and give them leeway, It's, and stay safe. You might want to throw on a brightly colored hat or something just to let them see you. Even across the lake, they'll see you. So it's, nobody gets accidentally hurt.
Don't wear that hat with the duck on top. You know?
Yeah.
So again, where is that place? Somebody asked again, this tournament. It's the Cedar. What's the official name of the?
It is the Sandusky Shootout is the name of the tournament, and it is, you can find all the information at the Midwest Crappie Alliance webpage. It is MidwestCrappieAlliance.com, and everything's there about the expo, the tournament itself. People are interested in spending the night up there. They have lodging and places to go. And they've posted the seminars yet. I don't see it on the website. But.
So the building it's in is, what is that called?
Cedar Park Sports Center, Route 6.
Cedar Point
Sports Complex.
Okay.
And that is on Route 6. Let me get the address here. I'll find it. Here it is. The address is 2701 Cleveland Road, Sandusky, 44870. And Cleveland Road is Route 6.
So it's actually Sandusky, not...
Yeah, it's right on the edge of Sandusky. There.
Oh, okay.
It's not where Cedar Point is. It's not that far to the west. It's a little bit east of there on Cleveland Road, which is Route 6.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and it pulls it up on...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's before Cedar Point. So you'd go out... well, it depends where you're coming.
Yeah, you could take Route 2 out to Rye Beach Road. When you get to Rye Beach Road... Head north.
To 6?
To Route 6.
And you're there.
Hang a left, and you'll be there in about 10 minutes, depending on how much traffic is.
Yeah.
I think once people hear that Joe's not putting up his kissing booth, the traffic will be a little bit lighter.
A lot lighter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had an email from one of the assisted livings out there. They were hoping that it wasn't true, but Joe said no. So
We got to take a break.
All that chapstick too.
You know. What are we going to do with that?
What are we going to learn on the Dock Exchange?
Chap lips?
No. We're gonna talk about a sport that in some states can be a reward that can be an all-season reward that is a delicacy.
What? Nothing but gibberish. We'll take a short break, and then we'll be back.
That's where you're gonna go when you die. When you die and you lay it to rest, you're gonna go to the place that's the best.
The Fireplace Shop of Northfield has been serving Northeastern Ohio for 38 years, and we have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. We're running our fall special for the chimney cleaning and inspection for your wood or gas fireplaces. We also specialize in gas, logs, pellet stoves, and inserts. We will thoroughly clean the chimney and firebox and do up to a 21-point safety inspection to make sure everything is in good, safe working condition for you to use. We offer masonry repairs, chimney liners, SS caps, gutter cleaning, waterproofing, chimney rebuild, and certified gas line installations, and give free estimates. We are licensed, insured, and bonded, and accept all checks and all major credit cards. Call 330-468-0303. Stop in and visit our newly decorated 6,000 square foot showroom with 50 burning displays.
Coming to Sandusky this October 24th, 25th, and 26th, the Midwest Crappie Alliance presents the Sandusky Shootout and Crappie Expo. Crappie professionals from all over the country will converge on Sandusky to fish the bay and local rivers for America's favorite panfish. Weigh-ins will take place at the Shelby Street Boat Basin. Don't competitively fish? Check out the free Crappie Expo at the Cedar Point Sports Complex. Boat dealers, electronics, rod makers, and many, many tackle manufacturers will be on site to help you unlock one of the best-kept secrets in Ohio fishing. For entry information and all the tournament details, stop by MidwestCrappieAlliance.com. That's MidwestCrappieAlliance.com.
It's finally happened. Summer is giving way to fall. There's a definite chill in the air, and that means the steelhead are running, working their way from Lake Erie up into the rivers. I knew I was going to hit the water before the crack of dawn, so last night I took a quick trip to Discount Drug Mart and got everything I needed to make sandwiches for today, plus some chips and a couple of apples. Now the sun is coming up, my line's in the water, and it's time for one of those gotta go. Fish on. Thanks, Drug Mart.
For those that fish Lake Erie and are used to fishing with Dipsy divers, I think they've got to try my diver, Castaway's Magnetic Diver. And what's so neat about it, it's a magnetic release. So you don't have to fight with the problem with the regular Dipsies is that they'll trip. You got to bring them in.
Or sometimes they won't trip.
Or they won't trip. This is a magnetic release, so you let it into the water, and as it has slack, it falls and it sets and then dives. And then when a fish hits it, it trips it, comes to the surface and comes in. But the neat thing about it as well is you can fish with it. You can trip it. You can let it come up through the water column. You can reset it. So it's a great way to get a bait down and away from the boat. So it's Castaway's Magnetic Diver, but it's something, if you're a troller, you need to look into. It's a great product and a great way to make fishing a lot easier and a lot more productive. Order yours today.
This segment is brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, the stores that save you the runaround, an employee ownership company serving Ohio for 50 years.
Welcome back. Listen to Inside the Great Outdoors. Time for a Dock Exchange, and we're going to have gibberish. Is that what? No gibberish? What?
Just wait and see.
Okay, I'm patiently waiting.
Now listen. Okay. Castaway has ran alongside Cape buffalo, while culling them in Africa. And he's chased wounded, charging lions. But I have faced ferocious-looking, armored beasts that display massive claws that could inflict severe wounds. The blue crab of the Atlantic and Gulf Coast waters.
With your nets.
How do you catch them?
With your nets.
Well, if you go after one-on-one, although some of these armored beasts will stare you down and display their massive claws in shallow water, you really aren't in any serious danger. It's not a life or death situation. That crab's preparing to fight. Most of these guys really end up in the cooler. But let's back up and clarify things.
Good idea.
How do you catch
Get rid
them,
of the gibberish.
Yeah. What we're really actually doing here, we're sight fishing for blue crabs in fairly shallow, somewhat clear water, if you can find it, with about a 4-foot net. Again, you'll need a cooler with some frozen water bottles in it, and a thick wet towel in there for some protection for the crabs. You can float a cooler behind you with a short piece of rope. Make sure that it floats upright. Place your water bottle so it's the cooler somewhat stable in the water. Now, first you got to find an area that has some crabs, and find shallow water that you can see the bottom, and you want a fairly firm bottom. It can be a little muddy or a little sandy. That's not bad. Get yourself a hat, good hat, polarized sunglasses, sunscreen, wading shoes, or I use old sneakers. Remember to shuffle. You don't want to step on a skate or a stingray or something like that. Get your rope, get your cooler. Now you're ready to go. For you old guys like me, you can use a light walking staff, or I like a fly fishing staff. Works pretty good, and really you're ready to go. Now, if you see a crab, go slow. It's already seen you already. Now, that's for sure. These guys see everything. If you're lucky, it will stand its ground. Scoop it up with your net and coolerize it. It will flee like a crawdad and swim pretty fast if it sees you, if it doesn't stand its ground. They have 5 pairs of legs, the 2 in front for defense. They have 3 pairs of walking legs and 1 pair of swimming legs. That's their swimmerettes. Follow the crab if you can, but if you best to try and scoop it up, while it's swimming, if you can. If you're old and can't, don't give up hope. Be patient. It will tire, or you will tire, or you will drown, or the crab will go to the bottom. You can both end up actually in the same place, or you can do one of 2 things if you're still upright. You got it? You either got it and you scoop it up. The crab can bury itself in the mud or sand. Best strategy there for the crab. It's probably going to get away. Again, you can try to deep scoop it in the sand or mud. Or, with the net, it's not really a good idea. 50% of the time that crab's going to get away from you. It's eluded you, let it go away. Nets aren't that great for digging, and the crabs won the show. The other thing you can do is bait for blue crabs. You can take a string, any kind of string, preferably a biodegradable string. Again, get your sunscreen, preferably some insect repellent. There's a lot of no-see-ums in those areas where you find crabs. I've seen people do this from the shore. You go to the grocery store, you get some chicken backs, you sling that string out, you go again to a place where the crabs sing. And then what you do, you get a big net, usually a little longer handled net, and you throw it out. And you can tie that string to a boat, if you're in a boat, or you can tie it to a branch along the shore. Usually you use a couple of strings, maybe 10 to 12 of them. The chicken backs, I think, work pretty good, and you slowly bring them in. and you get your net under that crab and lift up on it. The other thing you can use that I use is like a hoop net, and I find a bridge or a pier or an old road, and I'll tie about 4 or 5 of these hoop nets and a piece of chicken or fish heads, or if I've cleaned a bunch of fish, the carcasses of the fish in that hoop net, and put it over the side. The water's usually 4 to 6 feet deep in those areas. And again, you use some line, do the same thing, wait, 10, 12 minutes or so, and pull the net up. The good thing about the hoop net is sometimes you'll get 2 or 3 crabs in the net, and that's a good way to do it. It's a lot of fun catching these crabs. And if you get a bunch of crabs, you can put them in the cooler. When you take them out, get yourself a pair of heavy gloves or tongs. I mean, they can really grab you. When you're ready to cook them, get some salted water, some Old Bay seasoning, and then melt yourself some butter, lemon, and garlic, and go to town with them. Crabbing. I had a lot more to talk about, with crabbing, but they're great.
We used to go crabbing in New Orleans. It's fun. We had a great time.
Isn't that a lot of fun?
Oh, yeah, just sitting out on the bridge in a chair in the bayou.
Yep.
And, we'd crab off the lakefront, Lake Pontchartrain, and we'd have the circle nets with, I don't know, hoop 20, nets, 30 yards of line, and we'd chuck those things like throwing a Frisbee way out in the lake, and and then when you're pulling them in and you got crabs in it, that's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And you got
good eating. So.
Oh, yeah. Boy, it's a good eating.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I usually try and just take the male crabs to put the females back usually.
Yeah, okay, well, we got to take a break. So now you got all the gibberish on crabs.
The gibberish on crabs.
There you go. Okay, we'll take a break and be back.
Now I see